Hello, Alden Park. This is Frank Leeper, and I'm in apartment 311B Manor Building. I'm making this, I guess you could call it a virtual email. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to discuss in the email. The subject of this email is going to be my 15-month lease that I'm still waiting for someone to reach out to me, and a couple emails that I sent about making an appointment to have some a certificate signed. I never got an answer for that. So I'm going to give a little background here. I moved here in March of 2018, and I signed a 15-month lease down in the office. All the pages and all, went over it, and then I have a copy in the computer. And after I did all that, I got the keys and I moved in. So before the 15-month lease was up, my wife passed away in June of 2019. So now I'm all upset. So I ended up taking a 6-month lease at that time because I didn't know what was going to happen. So I survived the 6-month lease. Then I got a 15-month lease, which just expired at the end of March. But I was notified that, with the "we want you to stay" notice, that if I don't have a zero balance, they're not going to issue me a lease. I understand that. So I thought I could have it by the end of March, and I didn't. But by April 8th, this month of 2021, I have a zero balance. I'm all paid up, and I'm going to be using the portal starting in May. So I went ahead and took the "we want you to stay" email that I got, and I replied to it. And I was told that someone was going to reach out to me. Nobody did, so I'm trying to make this simple as I can. That's why I'm doing it this way, because writing a long email would be more complicated, I think. So nobody did, and I want to know why I'm not getting my lease. What's the reason? Don't you want people to stay? That's what you say. And I was talked to somebody by phone. I was told that I signed a 6-month lease and I signed a 15-month lease that just expired, and it's not so. I didn't sign any lease electronically. They did mention that Blue Moon was going to send me the information and I would send it back. Never happened. I mentioned it. They said, "Don't worry about it. It's taken care of with a variance." I heard that a few times. Okay, in this video, I'm not going to mention anybody's name. Anybody that's told me anything or anybody has contacted me, I'll mention it, but I'll be able to furnish that if you really need to know. Who told me what. I don't want to get anybody involved in this, okay? So let me go back now. So now the information, okay, I sent the email out to the management department and leasing department that I requested an appointment to have someone sign a rent certificate that I needed to get a rent rebate for last year. But nobody answered me. I don't know if they got the email or not. I tried to go downstairs. Nobody's around. I went early, but I'm not going to bother anybody before normal hours. So I just had to get it done. So I called Harrisburg, and they told me, if you can't get someone there to sign it, just get it notarized, and you'll be pretty sure that it'll go through. So I waited and waited. Nobody answered me. So I started looking up notaries, and I got it notarized, and I sent it in. So I want to make sure I get that. Now, in reference to this rent rebate, last year, the manager, I'm not saying who it is, she was here for the whole year, and I sent her a lot of emails and all. And every once in a while, one wouldn't go through, and she told me it went in the junk folder. So I said, okay, I understand. So she signed receipts for me last year, 2020, but it was for 2019. She signed the 12 receipts I had, and I sent them in. And I got the rent rebate, no problem. I did it this year for 2020. I got someone down there. They signed the receipts, but it wasn't the same person because she's not here. So she signed it. I sent it in, and right away I get contacted from Harrisburg, and they said, we received your rent rebate application, but we need more information. And all they need is for that. They're not taking receipts anymore now. They need to have the certificate. Well, and I had the paperwork. I filled it all in. I said, get it signed, but they told me if you can't get it signed, get it by a notary, and that'll be okay. So I did all that. Now I want to know why nobody answered me about me making an appointment to get that paper signed. I don't need it now, but I want to know what happened to the emails. Is there any reason for it? And why, in reference to my lease, that nobody answered me? Don't you think a month is long enough? I mean, maybe they did it already. I don't know, but I don't know about it. Am I going to assume I have a 15-month lease? And then I find out later on I don't? Things are different now. All I want out of me making this video is that somebody sends me an email and tells me, Frank, you have a 15-month lease, and give me when it started. It would be April 1st to, I think, June 30th or something like that. Whatever it is, just put that. That's all I need. That I know I have a 15-month lease. I need to be notified somehow. They didn't notify me on the 6 months or the other 15-month lease. But so that's really all I want. I want to know what happened to the emails that I sent. 2 emails I sent to management and leasing. What happened to them? They just got lost? I mean, I can prove it, because I have it. The email I sent, I just can send it to you again. But it was all about making an appointment to have this certificate signed for the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue for the rent rebate. That's what it was for. Now I don't need it because I got it done already. So I'd appreciate that. Now, in reference to me making this video, I made a video like this a few months ago about something. And I was answered, in the comment section under the video. But I found out later on that they didn't like the idea that I sent the video. They'd rather have the email. Well, why don't you tell me? From what I understand, through the grapevine, as you might call it, that you don't want me to make a video so that everybody's going to want to be sending videos. You don't want videos coming through there. You'd rather have the emails. I did the emails, but you didn't answer me. I did emails for everything. I did a lot of emails last year. If you don't want me to do this, I won't do this. I'm not doing this to change anything. We are in a virtual society right now. So isn't this virtual? I'd rather sit here and explain this to you than sit in the office with a mask on trying to breathe to explain it to you. So I would really appreciate that. I like it here. I want to stay here for my whole life, make it my home. So it's not that. This doesn't bother me. I think it's constructive criticism that if you're having a problem with your emails or something, you'd want to know about it. So I just needed help, and I wanted to get it, but it doesn't change my love of this place. I endorse this place all the time to everybody that I would meet. When I go to clinical trials, my doctor's office, wherever I go, supermarket, whatever, because people ask me a lot of times. You see me coming from a distance. I said, oh yeah, right there. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, and they always have apartments. If you had tenants like me, you'd never have an empty apartment. I just wanted to mention that, just for the sake of it, I mean, I have nothing. I just don't want this. I want to know what happened. That's all. Why I didn't get answered for the emails. And don't care about me anymore now that I have a zero balance that I'm paying. Before, when I was behind and I got calls about it and all, well, call me. Because if I'm going to send this email, video email. I mean, I want an answer that it was received. That's all why I'm doing it. I feel I could say it in my own words, and I want to be upfront with everything. So we'll be on the same page, and I want to be able to enjoy the place more, not having this hanging over my head about this lease. So I think if you could like I said, all I want, I'm going to repeat it. Who's ever the responsible party for the leasing, I hope this gets to them. Send me an email and just say your 15-month lease is in effect, and when it starts and when it ends. It can start May 1st. It'll be all right with me. But it really shouldn't, because I was paid in full for everything and had a zero balance as of April 8th. So it's within a week or so of the new lease starting anyway. I think it should be dated from April 1st, since I paid this month everything, and go to whatever 15 months is. So I think it would be about June 30th or something. But whatever it is, just so I know the time period. And then everything, I'll be all right with everything. If I have any problems, I'll be paying on the portal like I did all the time. And if I have any problems, I'll pay as much as I can. I'll let you know. But the reason I'm expecting money, that's why I want this rent rebate. Because I should get that by July 1st. And that's why I wasn't concerned, because that rent rebate is going to go for the rent. So that's pretty much it. I'm not, like I said, if you need to know anybody who's told me things that I know isn't so, I have proof of everything I say. So I hope everybody understands this. It's a lot easier for me to make this video than me to type up an email. I was going to do another email, but I said, what if I do all this? They didn't get the other 2 emails. They might not get this one. They might not even get this video. But if you don't get this video and I don't get an answer about that you received it and that my lease is going to be forthcoming, then I know everything's okay. If I don't get an answer, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to go downstairs. First, I'm going to probably call, during business hours, and see if I can talk to somebody that's in the office there and see what happened. I'll try that. If I can't do that, then I'll probably write it out by hand, handwritten, all the stuff I'm saying here, put it in an envelope and shove it under the door down there. And I don't want to go further than that, but I will, to find out why I'm not getting what I need to have, okay? I guess that's all I could say. Now, I was told downstairs, because I was trying to get it signed. I went down to the other office across. I talked to the gentleman there, and he said, I can't sign it because that's not my department, but across there, the other office, they can sign it. But the best thing for you to do is send an email, make an appointment. I did what he said. I didn't get no answer, so I guess that's about it. Main thing, like I said, this doesn't really bother me that much. I just want to know, so we're on the same page. All I need, don't have to do anything else, is send me an email and tell me what happened to the other emails. Maybe it did get into a junk folder or something by mistake. My emails are long as possible. I could have redirected it that way. So all I really want, I'm going to repeat it again. Send me an email with that I'm in effect a 15-month lease right now. When it's in effect, I need the start date and the end date of it. That's all. I don't need to sign anything. If you need me to sign anything, I'll sign it. But I never sign anything. Only sign on the first 15-month lease I had. And that was in March of 2018. I know it's on file and all. So you probably, I used the word variance, so I didn't need to sign the 6 months because I already had it. Maybe that blue moon, probably for someone who just started with a lease, maybe that's the reason why there was a little mix-up there, but I never got anything from all the leases. So if you, like I said, if you need me to come in the office to sign, I'll sign for the lease. I needed you to sign for me, but I couldn't wait. So I hope we can work it out. Everything should be fine. I mean, I know you're there to help, and I know it's an awful lot. You have 3 buildings in one office, so I understand that. Since I'm already in good standing right now again, I'm here over 36 months. I only fell short a couple months, really. And I still paid most of it. 3/4 of the rent anyway, so it wasn't like squatter or anything like that. I mean, I like it here. I actually love it here. And I don't want to leave. Whatever I have to do, arrangements I will make to stay here. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you for your time. And have a great day.